Hi everyone, this is Satya from Java Beam, and in this video I am going to explain you what is varargs, and we are going to discuss all these things regarding varargs, like what is varargs and why we need varargs, and what is the code example, how can we use varargs in our Java code, and is it a data type, and what are the advantages, what are disadvantages, and how can we remove redundant code. So the main advantage of using varargs is to remove the redundant code. So we will see with the example. So first, what is varargs? Varargs is nothing but a variable number of arguments. So here we need to understand what is variable number, and means it is not a fixed number, it is dynamically changing. So that is one thing. It means it's runtime. We can say the number is 5 or number 10 or 20. So variable number of arguments. So we will see what exactly the argument means. The argument concept comes when you are using a method or a constructor. So let me create a method, a static method. For timing I am creating public void and print. This is a method and this is a method body. Inside the method I am passing two parameters. I am declaring string, let's say a1 and string a2, and here I am going to print these two concatenating. So a1 plus a2, this is my method. If you understand this method, this is a method name and this is a return type. So coming to this part, this is part of signature, and this is method parameters. I have declared two parameters of type strings, string a1 and a2. And how can we call this method? As a static method I can call directly without object, and I have to pass the objects of strings. Let's say I'm passing Java, and here beam. This is how I am passing the values. What are these values? What we call these values? These are called arguments to a method. The method is accepting two parameters a1 and a2. The objects which are I am passing to this method is called arguments. Here is this arguments are can we say dynamic. So the values can be dynamic, but the number of arguments are fixed. They cannot be like three arguments I cannot pass, four arguments I cannot pass. These number of arguments are fixed. So now we understood that whatever the method I have declared can accept only fixed number of arguments, and I can pass only two arguments as it is fixed. So now in our case, we as earlier said, varargs is nothing but variable number of arguments. So if I create a method such a way that the method can accept any number of arguments, let's say I'm passing a b, let's say c, like as whatever the requirement I have, I can pass those many arguments. So the method should be created such like that. So how can we create? The syntax is I have to use three dots and something like this. So this is a syntax. So the data type can be anything depending on your requirement. Let's say int. So int args this is. If I keep string, this is string arg. This parameter, this can accept now variable number of arguments. I can pass dynamically as many as I can pass zero arguments. Let me see. I can pass zero arguments, still it doesn't give any problem. Println and a1, and I can pass one argument, I can pass two arguments, even I can pass 3 or n number of arguments I can pass. So here the concept is we can pass 0 or more arguments, the one thing, and this is a signature. So I can call with any number of arguments. Like first, as we said, I am passing single argument. Here I am passing 2 arguments, and here I am passing 3 arguments. And one more method I will create, I will pass no arguments, like 0 arguments. Still this is valid in case of where args method. As of now, we have learned how to create a where args method and how can we pass the arguments, and we have learned one important interview question. Still we can pass 0 arguments also to this. So here, coming to the receiver end, in this method I am receiving A1. So what is the data type of A1? Is it a data type in Java? Where args is a data type from Java 1.5 onwards? No, it is not a data type. This is a concept introduced in Java 5. So what type of variable A1 is? Let's see what about variable. We'll get a class and we'll get this simple name, and we'll see what about data it is holding. Let me run, right click and run as Java application. So it is saying this is of type string array because we have given string args. So this is saying this is a type of array holding string objects. So one thing we can confirm is where args is the type array. And is it will it be a null if I am not passing any data? That is one of the important interview question when you are appearing for Java interviews. So the answer is no, it never be a null even though if you are not passing anything. It will be empty array. Let's see, to confirm on that, we'll print the length of the array. As we know, where args is the type array, I am printing the length. So if I am not passing anything, the length is 0. If I am passing one argument, the length is 1. If I am passing 3 arguments, the length is 3. So by that you can say the length might be 0 if you are not length is 0 if you are passing 0 arguments, but the object, the where args object is never be a null. That answer you can say. And what is the requirement? Why we need where args? See, here we said one thing like remove the redundant code. What is the redundant code? If you say before Java 5, if you want to pass like a dynamic number of arguments, there is no way. You cannot pass directly. You need to wrap into array, or you have to go into different indirect approach. And one more approach is let's say I have a method public static void add method taking 2 arguments int a comma b, and here it is printing values of a plus b, 2 numbers. Yeah, this is my method, and in this method I had a requirement to pass 3 arguments. What I have to do? I have to overload the method and I have to include new variable. That is nothing but just adding the value. So to incorporate the third variable, I need to create entirely a new method which is overloaded. And I have a requirement to pass one more argument. Then I need to incorporate a new method which has taking one more argument like this. And how we'll call? Like the add method is taking 2, so 1 comma 2 here, and and 3 arguments. So in this case, second case I am passing 3 arguments, third case I am passing 4 arguments, and let me run this one. So this is how output are coming. So this is how we were writing before Java 5. The problem is the redundant code. The business logic is same, just summing of all the numbers whatever we are passing and printing. The business logic is same for all, but depending on number of arguments, there is no concept before Java 5 to accept variable number of arguments. We were writing like this. So Java 5 has been introduced a new concept which is varargs, where we can give the variable number of arguments by giving like this, something like this, and we can remove all these redundant methods. Duplicate methods are overloaded methods, and I can simply use this. And if I want to sum all these, I can introduce one number, let's say x is equal 0, and I can use to iterate the array and I can sum all the numbers and I can print. That's it. So with the one method, I can handle as many as methods, as many as the arguments. This is the advantage of using the varargs. So hope you understood what is the main advantage using the varargs. How we are able to remove the redundant code. What was exactly problem previously before introducing Java, varargs. So here you have seen the advantage. The disadvantage, I didn't see any disadvantage here. We need to be more careful about this one while writing. It can accept any number of arguments, but one thing you need to remember and you need to follow is whatever the varargs you are giving in a method, that should be the last parameter in a method. Let's say I want to pass the name, string name I want to give, but this is not possible to give at the end, because the concept is, or condition is, the varargs data type should be passed at the end. It should be the last parameter. So this is how I need to use. Then only, and here I need to pass the first argument. Something like this. So here also, this is how we write. And one more thing we need to remember, we cannot give multiple varargs. Let's say I want to give string varargs also. In same method we cannot give both more than one varargs, because varargs should be the last argument in the method. But if I am giving two arguments like varargs, this is never be a last vararg. So yeah, that's the reason we cannot give more than one vararg. So we already discussed like what is varargs and why we need to use, and we have seen the example on how we are using. We have seen, is it a data type? So we discussed it is not a data type, it is a concept. Internal data holding object is a array internally. And one more interview question we can discuss here is, as we are saying like whatever varargs we are giving, internally it is holding an array. It is nothing but array. So this is also array in main method. Can we replace this with varargs? Will it compile and run properly? JVM will able to find this one? So answer is yes, this works perfectly. There is no issue. We can interchange string args with string array with varargs. Let's see. here I need to remove this one. Okay, now let me run this program and you will be able to understand. And let me give some string using where args in main method. So in main method, instead of string args, I am using where args. Still Java compiler is able to compile and Java runtime environment JVM able to execute. So we can interchangeably we can use this with string array. That is one thing in interview perspective you need to understand. One more thing, whenever you are overloading, you cannot write a method with a signature of similar, like here I have given where args and here I cannot give the signature with array. Both are same as we discussed in main method, interchangeably we can use. So we cannot, this is like a duplicate method. Here you can see the compiler error, duplicate method int array. But if you see the syntax exactly, look like it's not a duplicate method, but internally Java compiler know that where args and string array, I mean array, both are same. So we cannot give both in overloaded methods. That is going to be a compilation error. That you need to remember for interview perspective. That's all about where args. Thanks for watching and please do subscribe my channel to get the latest updates. And if you want to know about any concept in Java, Python, Spring Boot, Angular, you can provide your comments in comment section. Yeah. Thanks for now. Signing off.